All right, this is Superintendent Jeremy Caius. I'm here with our board president, Stephen Chapman, to talk about the upcoming board meeting. All right, Stephen, our first thing leading off is our normal opening of a meeting with call to order, pledge allegiance, land acknowledgement, and the approval of the regular agenda. But then we get into celebrations.
Yeah, celebrations. We got two this week. We're doing our public relations and marketing department. Has won a ton of awards. We're going to celebrate the team for all the work they've done in telling our story across the district and across the state. And then we'll be celebrating West Point High School this week. The Dragons, Brandy Haskins and her team will be sharing all sorts of fun stuff. It's always nice to see what kind of surprises they bring to the board meeting. So that's going to be exciting.
All right, then we'll go into our regular superintendent updates, board updates, public participation, and then we get into a list of information discussion items.
Yeah, lots of great stuff to talk about. We're going to have a couple of our national board certified teachers actually share about the national board certification, the training program that they're running. We do have a new teacher this year that's been nationally board certified, and a bunch of folks that are putting in for it for next year in renewals. So they're going to talk about that. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have a discussion on our meet and confer recommendations. Our district has a meet and confer policy. Some districts do meet and confer, interest-based negotiating. 10 years ago now, Vice President Del Palacio and myself co-drafted a meet and confer policy, working with our staff to make sure that everyone has a voice at the table when we're deciding, the trajectory of our district, which has been very helpful. And we've seen the progress that we've made academically, pay-wise, retention-wise. It's all due to things like meet and confer, which has been really cool. And you've been a part of those the last 6 years now?
I think 9
Yeah,
at this point. It's been a while. No spoilers this year, so we're not telling the raise. Everybody is going to have to actually tune into that meeting to see what the raise is for next year. But then after meet and confer, we're going to go into high school number 8 update and community concerns and follow-up.
Yeah, we're going to reveal all the cool stuff for school number 8. We're building in Avondale over by the racetrack, so tune in for that meeting. It's definitely going to be exciting to see the school name, school logo, and where we are in the progress with that. It's a great project. Looking forward to it. And then our community concerns follow-up. We heard some feedback from our folks at the last couple of board meetings. We're just going to share some updates on those projects.
Very consistent new practice with that. With if the concern is voiced in the board meeting, we got the feedback before that they like to hear the response also come to them through a board meeting. So good to see that continuing. Then we'll have the consent agenda. Nothing out of the ordinary with the consent agenda. These are the normal things that we usually have on each meeting. A long list of action items, though, 8 of them. A lot of these tied into meet and confer. You want to kick it off at the top? We got benefits.
Yeah, so we'll just do, we'll see a presentation, learn information about basically the employee benefits that we'll be offering this year. I hear there's a couple of new benefits in there that are going to be fun to share. Our employee compensation for the year, as well as our salary placement schedules for all the positions that we offer. A couple of new positions in key departments across our district to make sure that we're operating efficiently, telling our story, and serving our staff, students, and our community to the best of our ability. So we'll have some new positions for folks to come join us and help the Tolleson Union High School District community, as well as approving work calendars for all those individuals. And then we'll be hearing from our principal of our alternatives programs. Is going to share the mission and vision of the Lighthouse Academy and the Continuing Education Academy. And we'll be approving those officially at the meeting as well. Do you want to kind of talk about, I know we're going to get into the numbers, but just kind of like what we're doing with the raises this year? Because I know it's a little bit different this year because of the override.
It is different this year. So this is the first year after 10 years of being on the ballot that we've lost on the election. So the previous 9 years, we always passed every question we brought forward. So it's a little bit different feel this year when we're looking at our resources being diminished by that loss at the election. So on the placement salary schedule, as an example, something you'll see at the meeting is the recommendation will actually be to hold all the placement schedules and not necessarily give any increases to the placement schedules, because placement schedules are for recruiting. We're doing very well recruiting, and really there is this overall focus on these items of putting all of our efforts towards taking care of existing staff and addressing compensation issues for existing staff. I think that's going to be the theme that you will feel throughout this meeting is a focus on let's take care of our existing staff and do things that can take care of all staff. So that focus on compensation and not as much as all the individual and targeted things that we typically have been doing for these last few years. It's going to be more narrowed on the focus.
Yeah, no, and I think that's important. I mean, obviously, we've seen our retention rate, drastically increase over the years to, well into the upper 90%. But these are the folks that take care of our students and our community every day. Because of the investments we've been able to make over the last 9 years, we now have 3A schools, a couple of schools, on the cusp. All of our schools are A and B. Our district is doing solid, so. Even with the override, we're still making investments into our current staff because I know they're going to still take us to the next level academically for our students. So I am pleased to see the work that you and the Meet and Confer Committee have done this year, and certainly budgeting over the last 10 years with us.
So definitely some big announcements coming this Tuesday. We'll see you out there.
All right, we'll see you on Tuesday at 6 p.m. here at the district office in the boardroom. Thank you.